Oh, my gosh. When I tell them the only thing she's ever done worthwhile is keep her son a job because nobody else would hire him.
Yeah,
What
boy.
in the heck is wrong with that?
There ain't nothing wrong. Ain't
All
nothing but
right,
the truth.
And you
now
know what? He
we got all
said
those.
if I ever went public with that, he would destroy me.
How's
So
he gonna do that?
tonight, since I'm over 65, I am retired. I am fooling around on the farm and having the time of my life. If little Willie, his name was Bill Sally, ain't that a real name? Yeah.
Mhm.
If little Willie Sally wants to destroy me, I got a field north of Dothan, up close to Headland, Alabama, that I will meet him in any time he wants to meet me. And I've been declared disabled by the cardiologist. I'll still meet him and beat the living hell out of him.
Man, I like it. Man, we getting off to a good start tonight. Everything, man, we on a roll.
If we
Well,
just
hey,
had somebody over there that knew how to put this thing together and not put all the folks, it's not y'all's fault. We we I'm speaking for myself, Queasel, and Floyd B. Lloyd, are not the best technical savvy folks in the world. We
I
don't
can't.
claim to be. We don't want to be. But Marvin is.
Marvin's got me. He got me where I can't see
Well,
what half of y'all.
I can.
That's all right.
well,
We going. Yo.
you got to blow your screen up.
I ain't blowing my screen up, Marvin. I ain't doing no blowing up. I ain't blowing on nothing now. So just move on. Move forward.
hey, I got to. Yo, Marvin, your cousin. Before I go any further, I have got to apologize to him. He has whined ever since last Saturday night because his picture made the show, and I didn't even acknowledge that it was his picture on the show. He said I called him Chief Hope. And see, I didn't know I can't see them pictures. I ain't got the right hookup to see them pictures. Now he been all puffed up, been hot breathing me all week long about not admitting that was him in them pictures with them fish. And so it was him with the fish. He went fishing with me and he paddled me around and took the fish off my hook for me and come home and helped clean them and I fed him. So I want to apologize to your cousin John Edward Wells for not calling him and giving him his due credit on last week's show. So, Mr. Wells, if you are listening, I just want you to know from the bottom of my flat feet, I am so sorry that I offended you in that type manner. Now, that's out of the way. Let me tell you what that scandal done yesterday. Y'all, y'all know how tight he is. Oh man, he tight now. He is tight. His television blowed up. His television blowed up, so he sat there and was watching the wall. And every now and then he looked, turned to see a car ride by the road. He was too cheap to go buy a television. So his poor little old daughter come home from L.A. She come out, all the way from out in L.A. She come home and went and took her daddy to Dothan and bought him a TV.
Mm.
And
That's nice.
he took her to supper. He took her to supper, and you know what he bought her for supper? A 4-piece snack box at that New Jack's they got over there in Ashford. Little 4 little pieces of chicken.
Mm.
She called me last night. She's about to starve to death. Done come all the way from L.A. and that's the way she gets treated. Had to go buy her daddy TV. She asked me did I think he'd pay her back. I told her there was no way that he would ever write her that check that she was looking for. But I apologize to him. Y'all heard me. Can I do anything else?
No, you did good. You did good.
I'm sorry. That's
Yeah,
good.
you
Okay, I'm
did
through.
good. Well,
Floyd,
go ahead,
can I
Charlie.
tell you about my shopping trip this week?
Where you go, man?
Man, I I went to the bargain store, and this is a little something on Marvin too. You know, you got. I went, and this is True story. The story you're about to hear is true. Some of the names will not be told, and some will not. Some will be changed to protect those that will not be told. But I went to a store, one of them big box stores, Rural King. Are y'all familiar with Rural?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They had the advertising, everything in the store was 10% off. Now, I'm like everybody else. I like a bargain, but there was something specific that they had at Rural King that nobody else had, and that's the reason I went there. So I get there and I get the item that I want and another item. And before I got there, I got a phone call. And the phone call was wishing me happy Thanksgiving from no other than Marvin. Marvin said, "What are you up to?" I said, "I'm going to Rural King to get this particular item, pair of boots." And he said, "Man, they got a big sale over there, and we just got a family gathering going. We can't go. Can you pick me up a couple of items?" So I did. So I had a ticket for me and his items in one part of the basket and mine in another. Y'all understand what we're talking about? I get up there to pay, and this sweet little millennial girl told me how much. I rang up mine first, how much it would be. And I said, "Isn't that a little bit high for what that?" She says, "Would you like to take advantage of the 10% off coupon today?" I thought to myself, "Why do you think I'm here?" I said, "Why, yes." Okay. Bill came down 10%. Ring up Marvin's stuff, which included, and I didn't know they made this, but it's a stool softener for goat droppings that he needed. Rang up all of his stuff, and the girl said, "Would you like your 10% coupon discount on these items?" I said, "No, ma'am, I really don't. Yeah, Marvin's out." I said, "No, ma'am, I don't think we need him." I said, "He's a city manager and a preacher. He's got all the money anybody needs, and he would like to contribute to the government coffers. And if you don't mind, charge him that out-of-state tax on the product too."
Hey, you was hard on him,
I bet
Charlie.
they obliged you.
Oh yeah. But he got his goat supplies.
All right, boys, we got the Howards from Resaca, Georgia at the truck stop watching. Said they love the program. We got the Pickles from Pickleville watching. Tommy Fincher, Gerald Jenkins. Gerald Jenkins got a new short story book for you tonight, Floyd. He said the shortest book, Presidential Votes Not Stolen in Georgia.
What about presidential votes not stolen in Georgia?
Melissa Tillery, Michael Middleton watching. South Georgia Solutions, our sponsor, watching tonight. Colonel Joe Watson and his bride on the hill in Kinsey, Alabama, watching. Carolyn Worsley. Yes, sir. Hello.
You need to read on down there too, Marvin. That's over. J. Bradley Hornsby.
Oh, I don't see him on here. Jay Bradley.
I got him. He's on mine.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Bradley go way back. We go way back.
Go ahead, Charlie. You wanted to say something?
Oh, you were born, Marvin.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh, you were even born. Before you were thought of.
Yeah.
We might have been, me and Brad Hornsby and Ronnie Powell and Don Merritt, I think we was either the second or third customers at Richardson's Barbecue in Iron City, Georgia. Yep.
No.
Yep. Second or third, we was the first one. We was that first night, Brother James. Brad knew him. He knowed him. I didn't know him, but I know there was some good barbecue when we left there. But we was about the second or third customers in there. This would have been in the 60s.
I started to say that place was over a long time. Now, y'all going to excuse me. I'm just going to kind of bow out because I cannot hear one word Marvin is saying, I can hear you, I can hear Queasel, we can communicate, but Marvin is not coming through.
We ain't gonna let him talk about you.
I just really, it's kind of hard for me to know what's going on, so I'm going to kind of excuse myself, and y'all have at it for the rest of the show, because I can't hear
maybe
him.
Marvin can tweak something. Maybe he can mash a button or something. I can't see behind the screen. All I can see is behind the screen. I can't see behind the screen. Can't get this other stuff off. But anyway, we got a brand new format, ladies and gentlemen, for all of y'all watching us out there in YouTube and in Facebook land. We got a brand new format for y'all tonight. Y'all let us know what you think about it. Good or bad. Tell it all, brother. Tell it loud and tell it proud. But we never did make our little rounds there, Marvin. Folks talking about what they've been doing this past week, everything. We got sidetracked there with all our technicalities and everything. And what you been doing this past week, Marvin?
I've been around and about. I started the week off down in Port St. Joe, Florida on Sunday night in Port St. Joe, and then singing and preaching a little bit. Yep, singing and preaching a little bit, and then
did they pay you anything?
I don't know about all that. I can't disclose all that.
Move forward.
Queasel, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, all right.
I hear you said you can't disclose it. I don't know. Does that mean you can't disclose it or you won't disclose it? Which one?
Well, it was cash money. I tell you what, it was cash money.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Right where it went, Floyd.
I don't know. When Joe Biden and Kamala Harris get in there, they think to do away with this cash money. They do away with all of that stuff. That stuff is going to somebody else as the folks that works for it.
Listen,
well, go ahead, Marvin. Tell us about what's going on. We'll talk about that later.
Monday, I did a funeral for my cousin Alice Lunsford out at the Mother's Home Cemetery. Tuesday, I took Monday and Tuesday off. Tuesday, I had to go to Douglas, Georgia, and pick up 300 poinsettias for the band for a fundraiser that they did.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Them 3 days.
No. I worked Wednesday, and then I was off Thursday.
How you work? You go to Douglas, Georgia. How you gonna work when you? It's 5 hours to Douglas, Georgia from here.
I said Tuesday I went to Douglas. Wednesday I worked, and then Thursday and Friday I was off. We ate Thanksgiving. I ate a lot on Thanksgiving. And then last night went to Rochelle, Georgia, to the playoff game in Rochelle,
that worked
Georgia.
Out pretty good, didn't it, for Miller County?
51-0.
They holler mercy. They had the mercy rule on us.
Yeah, they did toward the
end. Yeah. Well, that's you done. Hey, you had a pretty good one. What you been doing all day today, other than pranking with this internet deal there?
I had had some customers come out here and bought some chickens.
He ain't want to talk about that, neither, Queasel.
I bet he don't.
He ain't calling no names. He ain't naming names. What you been doing, Queasel?
Man, well, let's see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I worked so that Marvin could do all his adventures, and then Thursday I ate. Yesterday, I snuck off down to the lake a little while, but I didn't do no good. I found a few, not very many. I was looking for some spaghetti purchase, but I couldn't find none. And then, man, today I got up and I got my pa-in-law gave us a big old bundle of Vidalia onions. I got all them planted. And just got all kind of stuff done today, and been pretty busy. Kind of get some stuff ready. Talk might have a little bad weather sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, they're coming in here about tomorrow night. Well, they were talking about weather this morning. It ain't rain. We got 2/10, 1/10 maybe. Oh, we got rain. Yeah. Well, I'm about the same as you, Queasel. I worked on a big. Did a big farm equipment appraisal for some folks across the river over there. Worked on it. Been working on it about 2 weeks. Got it finished up and turned in over there. Worked on it Monday and Tuesday. I was getting prepared for my Thanksgiving cooking deal. You know, me and Nadine, we prepare. See, we're the older generation. See, we ain't like these younger generations, these millennials and all that, just spur of the moment type deal. I did me a turkey breast on my grill out there, on my charcoal grill. And it takes time to do all that kind of stuff. It takes time to prep And Nadine she made some of the best dressing. It tastes just like my mama's dressing when she used to make that turkey and dressing. And it ain't got all them eggs and all them peas and all that kind of stuff in it. Just an old style plain dressing. So she worked about a couple of days on that. And then we had I peeled some apples and we made some apple salad. Me and Nadine just kind of worked hand in hand. I went down there Wednesday and turned in my appraisal and got me a little check and come on back home, and then got my turkey breast prepped. It was prepped. It had already been what you call it, soaking in that salt water. Brining is what they call it. I brined that boy on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I put it on my grill. And I got my landscaping professional came over here Wednesday, and we maculated my yards. Me and your friend that go to church there with you, Leotis, super landscaping man. So we got him in there. We got all that done. I got Leotis to maculate. And I had to go to my physical therapy for my knee. My knee's gone out with me. Leotis got on my lawnmower, cut my grass just like I'd have cut it. Anyway, we done all that. Got all our food prepared. See, on Thursday, Nadine got her dressing. She got it all put together and all made. And you put it in a big old Pyrex dish, and you let it set overnight. And then she put a little bit more chicken broth on it. Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning, and we kind of mixed it in a little bit. Kind of got that spoon and kind of moved it around a little bit and got it all moist down there. She put that boy in the oven. And Thursday we ate. Man, let me tell you, we had a good time. Nobody but me and her. We didn't have no company. Nobody check on us. Nobody come over here at the house and checking on our welfare. Nothing. Everybody's doing what they need to be doing. We done that, and then Friday yesterday, I ain't done nothing. I done zero. I zeroed out yesterday. I took me a good nap yesterday, and I can't think I've been piddling around a little bit in my yard this morning, doing a little bit of putting some plants in some different pots and things, just doing normal things that folks do. So just living it up, man. I'm telling you what, every day is a holiday and every meal's a feast around here.
That's right.
I've been talking to my old buddy Charles Pickle. Me and him been swapping pictures back and forth about things that we've been cooking and eating and all that kind of stuff and sharing information. Charles did call me. Charles will call me and check on me about my welfare there. How you doing, Floyd? I said, I'm doing fine. He said, well, I ain't talked to you in a day or so. I ain't heard from you. Just checking on you. He check on me when he don't hear from me. That's a good friend that'll do that. I got some younger friends. I'll never hear from them until, like on Saturday night or something. And but up to that, I don't never hear a word out of them. They don't know if I'm laying out here in the yard, paralyzed or what. They don't know. I have no idea. So one of them's a preacher that do that. And another's a deacon that do that. But anyway, they got their own life to live, got their family, all that. Hold
it. Who does Nadine call when she can't find you?
She called Queasel. who the Floyd called when he can't get Nadine out with the telephone?
He called
when he's in Ohio. And Nadine got a telephone back there with it switched off. Lord, I appreciate it. I'm just pranking with y'all. Y'all know that. But now let me tell you who do check on me. Let me tell you, my man Charles Pickle check on me, but let me tell you somebody else that'll check on me. Every day. My friend and my landscaping professional, Lee Otis.
He gonna check on
you know what Lee Otis will say? Don't matter what time of day or night it is. He'll say, what you doing, fella? I said, I'm sitting here. I'm watching girls smoke, Lee Otis. I said, what you doing? I'm watching wrestling. I said, go get it, big boy.
Let me tell you about Lee Otis. All these people, listen to me now. Listen to where I'm going with this. All these people, they find all these excuses about not having to come to church now. And listen to me now. We're going to get up in the morning. We're going to go up and get in our vehicle. We're going to crank it up. We're going to put it in reverse and back out. We're going to put it in drive, and we're going to drive down to the church, and everything's going to be fine. Ain't exerted not one near lick of energy. Leotis in the morning, when he gets ready to go to church, he's going to get up and get on his bicycle, and he's going to ride his bicycle to church. Now, how many people love church enough to ride a bicycle?
I'm gonna add to that, Queasel. I don't know this, but I'm gonna opinionate with you. I figure my opinion is Leo to get up and put his suit and tie on.
Yes, sir. Well, he do on special.
Sometimes he do, sometimes he don't.
Well, if he think our preacher gonna let him have a good sermon, Well, if he think our preacher gonna look up and have a good sermon, I don't have much. But he think if he is, he'll put him a coat and a tie on. Most of the time, he comes with a Georgia shirt or something on, and he wants to quiz the
well, that's same as
He wants-
same as having a coat and tie.
That's
Same
church
thing, having a
clothes.
coat and tie.
Yeah,
That's it.
he wants to quiz.
But Lee
our
Otis is
preacher
my
about his
man.
football
He's one of
team.
my best friends. I can tell you that right now. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's an institution here around Colquitt, Georgia. And
He is
if
that.
Lee Otis ain't got nothing to do, he'll call you. He'll call somebody and want to know if a needing a work done. Very few people do that nowadays. But Lee Otis will do it. What you want? When you want me to come over there, or when you want to come get me? I said, I come get you in the morning, Lee Otis. Well, I gotta help Miss So and So in the morning. I gotta help. He got all these widow women. Oh man, he's the man with them. He got them all, but he got all the yards maculated. What I'm talking about.
He's got a list. I mean, he got his own clientele. He got
a clientele.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, we got his own
He
clientele.
does.
Marvin, what else we got going on tonight, man?
Well, I hate we had to lose Charlie. I don't know what, Lothario.
We have no control over that, Marvin. We done hold that rope. You can't keep holding on that same rope, Marvin. You're gonna get his hook back up. You're gonna get his hook back up, or you're gonna do like I done one night. Had to do one night. I went to the house. I left it with y'all.
Lothario's got a date tonight.
That's fine. I don't blame Lothario. I wouldn't fool with no old cooch like us. If I was Lothario, I wouldn't fool with y'all with us 20 seconds.
No, I wouldn't.
Just don't blame Lothario. Just don't do no blame. Let's just move forward.
Because everything that go wrong, we blame on Lothario.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do. Lothario needs a court, man. Every chance he gets.
Yeah.
Give him some of them Otis. Give him some Otis Redding tapes and some Percy Sledge tapes. Yeah.
What was that one y'all was talking about last week? When a man loves a woman.
When a man loves a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about this right here? I'm gonna throw this up here. Charlie sent this to me this week. This is see if I can get it up there. Y'all see that?
I see it. For the first time ever, I see a picture.
Headland, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Headland, Alabama.
There it is, right there.
The devil is showing in Georgia now. You can believe it.
The devil's in Georgia. Man, the devil has come out. They have invited him to Georgia. Let me tell you. It's a mess, man. We got a mess. We got a full scale revolt on our hands. We got full scale anarchy on our hands.
And I'm afraid it's just getting started.
Yeah, just getting started, baby. Just getting started. But folks are going crazy. The whole country is going crazy, Queasel. Tell them about. Read that deal about Marvin. Me and you was talking about. Reading about what Cracker Barrel got on their mind.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. Scope this one out, Queasel. Cracker Barrel for the first time ever is fixing to start serving alcohol.
What you gonna do? Pour it on the pancakes?
Yeah, they're gonna make mixed drinks and beer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll have a stack of pancakes with a Johnny Walker Red and water. And while you're at it, bring me one of those Gaither tapes over here. Now, is that stupid? Is that whoever advised these people on this apparently have not been to Dothan, Alabama, and looked at the clientele of people that goes into the Cracker Barrel in Dothan, Alabama. They retired folks, they working folks. They ain't got drinking liquor on their mind. I ain't got. It's been a long time since I had drinking liquor on my mind at 12 o'clock at noon. I'm talking about. And them folks ain't got drinking liquor on their mind at 12 o'clock noon. They come in there to get them a chicken fried steak and some mashed potatoes and some coleslaw and some sweet tea. But they're going to be serving alcohol, mixed drinks, and beer at Cracker Barrel. Now tell me this country ain't going crazy.
I read a book. I read it, more than one time that predicted this. That said that these times would be, where people would do strange and unusual things. And they would seek that type of I don't know if you would call it entertainment. I don't know what it is.
Pleasure.
Why would you want to go into, and not that it would, I ain't saying that it would, but why would you want to go into a family atmosphere and come in there and bring somebody in there and let them get all red-faced and loud and drunk and carrying on? Why would you want to do it? Because that idiot is going to walk in there at some point in time that can't do nothing in moderation like you talk about. They're
Right.
gonna come in there and it's gonna bust. Why would you do that? I don't understand it. It's all about a dollar. They're scared they're gonna lose customers to somebody else. It's probably a knee-jerk reaction to this COVID.
Yep.
And I know COVID is serious stuff, but sooner or later they're gonna come up with something to fight this stuff with. I honestly feel like we can't change who we are and what we are because of something we don't even understand. Because it's kind of like shooting birds at night. You shoot, but you don't know what you're shooting at. I think I just don't think we need to overreact. And now restaurants and those kind of businesses, they got hit hard, and I know they did. And I'm thankful our governor fought and to keep businesses open and try to get them back open, the restaurants and all, as quick as he could. But there's some places, some states, you still can't go in a restaurant. You can't go in and get you nothing to eat. And there's a lot of places in Georgia, a lot of places in Alabama that you still can't go. And you go through the drive-through, but you can't go in and eat. But serving alcohol ain't gonna make up the difference in that.
I think Cracker Barrel, it ain't. I don't know who they got. Well, they did their study. They did their initial study. This is where they did it, and this is what they're basing their information on, their decision on. They did their study in St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and Tampa, Florida. And you know who lives in Tampa, Florida, and St. Petersburg, Florida, and Clearwater, Florida? You know who lives down there?
Folks retired from up north.
Yankees, retired
That's right.
Yankees have moved down there. They have corrupted the whole area down there. They brought all that stuff with them. They brought all their ideas and all with them when they came there. So that's where they do their study. And if them folks in Tampa and Clearwater and St. Pete, they'll get up drinking probably. If they want to drink liquor, whatever, go have at it. But man, I'm gonna tell y'all Cracker Barrel folks, you better watch what you're doing in South Alabama and South Georgia and in some of these Bible Belt areas. Y'all got loyal customers that come into you when you indulge that. And a lot of these people that go to the doctor, they've had a doctor's appointment. They say, where you want to eat? And they do the same thing. Where you want to eat? Well, Cracker Barrel is always good. Let's go Cracker Barrel. Well, I'm going to think about it now. If Cracker Barrel, it starts serving cocktail. If I want a cocktail, I'm going to go somewhere where they specialize in cocktails. I ain't going to go somewhere where they specialize in fried chicken. Huh?
Where are they gonna put the bar? They're gonna take
I don't
out
know
the
where they gonna put
the bar.
Right by the Country's Family Reunion and Bill Gaither's tape, in between it and the New Grape sodas.
yeah, amen. And them orange sodas are so good. But anyway, that was one of them talking points that we had on our mind that talk about tonight. Me and Marvin and Queasel had talked about this, and Charlie had to go. So we got to break down in communication with Charlie. He's still with us. He just had to leave the scene because his deal ain't working. We got a new program. I'm gonna let Marvin explain that to you. Explain to him what we got, Marvin.
Well, the reason we got it is because Lothario was on a date, and it's I didn't have time to. He got mixed up on his time, and so I didn't have time to do the other. So we doing the best we can do tonight. But somebody asked on here, said, "Where's Charlie?" And Troy Howard put, "He's watching John Ossoff campaign commercials."
Woo-hoo! Man, please, is that a rule or not? Ossoff and Warnock, whatever his name is. Good Lord have mercy.
Cousin Brian Wales is watching us from the Big Lake, boys.
He's down there at Lake Seminole, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
You can listen to this, Marvin and Queasel. Y'all listen to this. We've talking about my landscaping professional, Queasel. Leotis. He is what we've talking about them. They're all them widow women. Mary Ann Melton. She said he sure is the man that does the widow women's yards for sure. That's him. He knows. Everybody knows. He do. I think Leotis does Mary Ann's mama's yard. Used to. I don't know if he still do or not, but. Lord of mercy, we got some special people lives in Miller County, Georgia. I'm gonna tell y'all, I wouldn't want to live. I couldn't fit nowhere else in the country other than right here. They wouldn't accept me. They wouldn't understand me. And they wouldn't tolerate me probably. But it's great to live in Miller County, Georgia, man. We live in the old original Garden of Eden, right where we are right now.
Main Street, right through the Garden of Eden.
What else we got, Marvin?
Well, let's see right here. Charlie had this. Let me see if I can get this up here. He must have been working cows or something. He got a picture right there of a brand new baby calf being born and the mama licking it. So I guess that happened. He sent it to me early this morning. So I'm assuming that was he was helping his buddy out with that. I didn't know Charlie was a cowman. So
he is cow man. He's working on a big cow farm over there for.
That's what I'm talking about.
A big cow man over there around Headland, Alabama. One of our old time favorites too. He's a good one, and Charlie's enjoying life over there. Charlie's life, he's doing good. He's happy. He's content. He said his blood pressure is down, and you know it's amazing when you've been in an environment like that how to make your blood pressure go down. But I'm watching the calf. There's a message in this, Marvin and Queasel, and Charlie and I talked about this a little bit earlier on today. There's a message in this. This cow just had this calf. And Marvin and I and Queasel grew up on his grandmama's farm there, hipping her with cows, feed cows. We know the whole deal about the cow. Me and Marvin, I used to have cows. I had cows from the time I was about 12 years old to the time I was about 65, had cows. So I know about cows, and Marvin knows about cows. That mama cow having that calf right there, she's laid down there. It ain't been easy for her to have that calf, but she's laid down there, and she's pushed that calf out. And you know the first thing she does is get up and clean that calf up and make sure that he's breathing and try to get him up on his feet. Have you ever seen one, Marvin, where she'll push him, she'll nudge him, she'll make him get up and get on your feet? And have you ever seen a mama cow? Now, I'm fixing to get deep here just for a minute, but this is on my mind. Have you ever seen a mama cow try to kill her baby calf? Have you?
Nope.
No.
Ain't neither, man.
I've seen her.
I ain't never seen that.
I've seen them do everything in the world they can to save that calf's life, but I ain't never seen a mama cow try to kill her calf. And that's all I'm going to say about that subject right there. Mama cows has got more sense than some folks.
Human. That's right. That was good right there, Floyd. That was
deep. I'm telling you what, man, I get deep on you now. I'm going to get deep on you when something's on my mind. I get deep on you, but
it ain't just the cows. Have you ever thought about this? Let me give you something to think about. Have you ever? What about a deer? A mama deer take the little phone and take them out somewhere and lay them down, and that deer stay there. It might stay there all day before that mama comes back, and they just look after them. And you ever noticed how every now and then you'll see it, but not very often. When you do, it's by accident. Most time, baby birds don't fall out of the nest. It's just all this stuff goes along. You see, here's the thing about it. Every creature that has ever been made follows God's plan, except the one he made in his own image.
In his own image, exactly right. Yeah.
We're the only ones that don't.
Let me tell y'all this about a mockingbird. Y'all know mockingbirds is everywhere, and we getting deep again. I know we're gonna lighten up in a little bit, but I saw this, and this was powerful out here where my little patio is off. You know where I do my cooking and all. Y'all been here, y'all know what it looked like out there. I got an old big barbecue smoker out there, and on top of it was a little dish, like one of these little old dishes that go up under your house plants to catch the water. And it had rained in that dish. There was water in there. I'm sitting out there under my little shelter out there, and I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm enjoying everything that the good Lord's given me that day. And there's a mama mockingbird and a baby mockingbird come fluttering down and lit on the rim of that little saucer that's holding that water. Mama mockingbird starts dipping her beak down in the water. She's dipping her beak down in the water. And the baby mockingbird's looking at mama, wanting some water, wanting the water. Because I know she done give him some water, but this was the moment of freedom. She's dipping her beak down in the water, and little baby mockingbird's down there looking around wanting water. Mama mockingbird flies up to the lowest limb she can find on that tree that's sitting right there, and she's looking down at baby mockingbird. He's still down there on the rim down there. He don't know what to do, but he figures it out pretty quick. He said, if I want me some water, I better dip my beak in there, because mama's done showed me how to do it. I better dip my beak in there and get me some water. He dipped his beak down in there, and it wasn't just for a minute or two. He was back up there with mama in the tree, and they flew off. But she was teaching him a lesson right there, and because she knew she couldn't stay with him forever. She was gonna have to leave him, and if he could get him some water, she could feed him for a little bit longer till he could catch him something to eat. But he could get him some water. That was one step closer to freedom for the little baby mockingbird. That's just old Floyd getting deep on y'all. I'm getting deep now. I ain't gonna get deep no more.
You could be a let's see, what could you be? One of them therapists, boy. You could just lay it on out there.
Oh,
Boy,
you lay it out there, yeah.
You could be Dr. Phil, Dr. Floyd. You could be
just
Dr.
use that as a
Floyd.
instance to some of these folks that, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my child. He's 21 years old and I can't do a thing. I can't do nothing with him. No, the reason why, because you didn't do nothing with him when he was 2 years old. That's deep enough. I ain't going no more.
Well, hey, I'm gonna it ain't gonna be deep, but it's something I want to put up there and I want to talk about. But I want to let's go ahead and see if we can get because we got to do it a little different tonight. Get our fishing report on the line tonight.
Get him on the line. Get him on the line.
You calling that same line?
Yeah.
Fisherman.
Here
we go.
Hey, Corey.
Hello, you there?
I'm here, buddy. Yes, sir.
Y'all hear him?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm here.
We hear.
I'm good.
All right. Well, we are on the line. We're being joined on the line with none other than our fishing report expert, Reverend Kent Barwick, and he is going to give us some fishing report to this week. Kent, I know you went fishing. Tell us what happened this week.
Went fishing Thanksgiving Day. My target that day was some blue cat, and I was able to harvest about 3 of them. I come out with like a 16-pounder, and that was a good one. I was very satisfied with that.
All right, I got a fish on here that's in a net. It's a big old catfish. What did that one weigh?
Yeah, that was a 16.75.
Wow.
Caught him on a Cornish hen. No, I caught him on a chicken thighs. What I caught him on.
You used a full Cornish hen to catch him with?
That's stretching it. No, I did use some cut up chicken. That's how I caught him.
I got you. All right. Well, and that was on Thanksgiving Day, right?
Yes, sir. My family eats supper, so we don't do the big lunch. So I had all day to roam up and down the Chattahoochee River. I enjoyed it too.
All right. Was that the only day you were able to fish this week?
I actually went Monday and caught a good mess of shell cracker Monday, but I think the shell cracker bite's going to be over after this cool front this weekend.
Where were you at on the shell crackers?
I was down what they call the man-made island on the Florida side of the Chattahoochee River.
And what were you using as bait?
I had the old red wigglers. You can't go wrong, as I said, with a red wiggler, man. They just attract everything.
I understand. And you were using gizzards or livers on the catfish on Thanksgiving Day?
No, I was cutting up chicken.
Oh, cut chicken. Okay.
Yeah.
He said that one time, Mark.
Chicken is cheaper than red wigglers right now. That's amazing to me.
Wow.
Marvin, ask him, did he cook that chicken before he throwed it out there?
Quizzer wants to know if you cooked that chicken before you threw it out.
No. Now, I have used cooked shrimp before and caught catfish. Like the wife will get some at the restaurant. She won't eat them all. I'll take them things and go catfishing with them things, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, all right, what's going to happen? We got a front moving in. I heard on Tuesday it could get down to 25 degrees. What's that going to do for the fishing next week?
That's going to thin out your fishermen. A lot of you fishermen are going to give it up till next spring, but I'm going to just change over and start catching them speckled perch. I think I know somebody who has promised to put me on some speckled perch, and that's what I'm going to do next week.
Right. A real fisherman, the weather doesn't stop them, does it?
I would say for the most part it does not. Kind of like church. If you're in it for the right reasons, you're going to get with it. You know, a little bit of bad weather ain't going to keep you out of it.
Well, Reverend Barwick, we appreciate you calling in this week and doing our fishing report for us. We hope you're happy fishing this coming up week, and we'll look forward to some more pictures and some wise words of fishing next Saturday evening. We hope you a blessed day tomorrow in the house of the Lord.
Thank you. God bless y'all.
See you, man. Man, I tell you what, that's a fisherman there. Super caster.
Yes,
here's what we got to start doing on the fishing report.
Okay.
We're going to have him call us from the church from behind the pulpit. Because that's the only time he tells the truth is when he's standing behind the pulpit in the church. I'm telling y'all, we gotta have him call it.
Well, hey, let me put it back up there for y'all one time. Look right here. This is what he caught right here. Look, he sent it to me on Thanksgiving and said that was his butterball turkey for the day right there.
Man, please.
Yeah.
16-pound catfish right by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
He's a good one. We're glad to have you. We're glad to have you, preacher.
Yeah.
Yes, you add a lot to the show.
Put him behind the pulpit and let's get the report.
All right, before we get into, I know it's about 8:47 now. We got a little bit of time. I want to throw this up here, and I want to talk about it for just a minute. I saw this quote today. Well, never mind. I ain't gonna be able to. It's too big to get on there. It's too big. I'll just read it. Now, it's Teddy Roosevelt that said it. And I mean, strong, powerful words. And it really reminds me of where we are today. Here's what he said. We can have no 50-50 allegiance to this country. A man is either an American and nothing else, or he is not an American at all.
Ooh, you know what they'd call that right now, Marvin? You know what hate speech. Hate speech. The Democrats call that hate speech.
That came from a president.
I know it did. That was a long time ago, but he's true. It's a true word. But no, that'd be hate speech today. You can't say that. Have mercy on us, Jesus.
Yeah.
Marvin, have you got that video about that man with the alligator?
I do, but I can't play it because of what we're doing, but I would like to talk about it. I know everybody in their brother has seen that on Facebook. They've had to. Quizzer, do you know about that video of the man that rescued his little puppy dog from the jaws of an alligator this week?
I keep up. I got 2 or 3 Florida news stations down there, and I keep up down there with that area, and I saw it. They had it on there the day after it happened. I think it really got all kind of famous, and then people seen it on the news, and they put it on that Facebook. And let me tell you something. You do some crazy things for your dog now.
Man, that joker. Yep. But what impressed me, Floyd, you know what I'm fixing to say. What impressed me the most? That man had a cigar in his mouth. It looked like a ruler, and it never moved out of his mouth. He went down in the water, grabbed that alligator, ripped his jaws open, and his cigar was still hanging in his mouth. That's a true American right there now.
Saved his dog's life. His dog's life. Ripped that alligator's mouth open. The little dog jumped out and run up down on the bank. The man had an alligator, had his cigar in his mouth. You know who that man was, Bobby? You know, I bet you 99.99% who that man was.
Who?
He was a Republican.
Yeah.
He was a Republican. Because if he'd have been a Democrat, a liberal Democrat, the first thing he'd have done is fell down on his knees and he threw his hands up on his head and went to screaming, what am I going to do? And the little dog be under the water, the alligator down there, holding the little dog under, drowning the little dog. And the man knowed that, said that he knowed the alligator had to drown the dog before it could eat him. You couldn't kill him. But he said, the first thing they'd be doing on the hand and knee, and then about 5 minutes later, after they realized that the dog wasn't coming back up, the alligator wasn't coming back up, they called 911. But the Republican, hey, my dog's under the water. I got to get my dog out of that alligator's mouth and get him back up here on the bank. So I'm going in the water, go under the water, get the alligator, rip his jaws open like that, and the dog jumps out. Everybody lived happily ever after. So that's another one of my viewpoints, if you will.
Boys, y'all ain't going to believe this. I just got a text. We have got royalty watching us tonight.
Ain't no telling who that is.
All the way from Huntsville, Alabama, none other than the legendary Roger Buck and Judy Davis.
Great day. Oh, man, that's a song.
Man,
let's get on this thing.
He can flash
He
your
got a
good.
good wife, too. She stayed with him all these years, stayed with him, put up with him. She loves him, though. But Roger Buck Davis, man, he's an institution around here. Y'all know that, don't you?
He put on the show now.
He put on the show, son. He said, ooh. He'd be
They
there
talk with for 5 days.
He'd be there. I saw him down there. I started to stop down there and talk with him down there. But Felix Jr. Tab and Don Calhoun was down there. I said, I ain't getting involved in all of that down there with all that. I won't
That
never
was some
leave
wisdom
that.
going on.
But I
right
seen
there.
him and his wife sitting down there. I would have went down there. Roger Buck, I seen you down there, man. Forgive me for not coming over there and speaking to you. But Felix Jr. and Don Calhoun was over there, and I know that'd be a long time. I had business to do. I had things I had to do. I was working, like I told y'all, I've been working. And I knew I'd get sidetracked, and that I'd be there for a while on that. But he's Roger Buck played. Roger Buck sang. He got that microphone. He knows how to do that microphone. And he sings. He can do it. He's been doing it since he was about 15 years old. Roger Buck has sung at them places where they sift that cornmeal out there on the dance floor, where them shoes would be sliding around. You know. So he's seen more shoe sliding. He's seen more shoe sliding than anybody.
And you know what, Floyd? Them folks had the best time. They have more fun than anybody else. You go to one of them old, I'm talking about one of them old show enough country juke joints. Now they get the shit that meal. They get the sift.
Yeah, throw that cornmeal out there on the floor.
And then
my wife had him in. She had Roger Buck in Cotton Hall one night. She had Roger Buck in. I think it was the Road Runners. I don't know who all it was. She had Roger Buck in Cotton Hall. Y'all know where Cotton Hall is up there, right off the square there. She had him in there in Cotton Hall, and there's two people in there that was two of my most favorite people in Colquitt, Georgia, that I ever knew in my life. They was in there, and it was Miss Dorothy and James Milner. Y'all know them. Miss Dorothy run a beauty shop for years, and Mr. James worked with the highway department, and they loved to dance. They loved to dance. Anyway, they came to that thing. I'm gonna tell Roger Buck this. I don't know if he knows this or not, but anyway. My wife, we was all milling around in there, and Roger Buck singing, and Mr. James and Miss Dorothy, they was out there and dancing. Man, they could bicycle too. I'm talking about they could dance now. They could move. They had to move. And anyway, Mr. James and Miss Dorothy come over and they sit down, and my wife, Nadine, went over and talked to them, and they said, you don't know how much we appreciate that. She said, they say, we can't remember when the last time it was that we went to somewhere that we could dance and have a good time. And she said, y'all have made this possible for us tonight. Now, ain't that something? Just little simple things in life like that. But Roger Buck, you've made a lot of people happy in your life, son. A lot of people.
He could do it too.
Yep, he can.
Man, he could get them old Motown songs. He could.
Oh, what you talking about?
Out there, man, he could do it.
Marvin,
he could.
Marvin,
yeah.
Well, what about our sponsor, Marvin? Do we need to say anything about our sponsor tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say about it. I'm gonna have to do the ad off the cuff because.
Yeah, but let me look here. I thought about him the other day. I was watching television just that night, and they had one of the big time competitors on there, and they were telling you all the stuff you was gonna be able to get, all the stuff you could do. And I was thinking about old Cunningham. Cunningham, he just kind of low key. And I know when I called him, he come out here to my house and looked and put them cameras and all in. He tried to sell me all that stuff. He didn't have no buts and no, you might have to do this. Oh, well, that ain't included. This ain't that. Everything was included. When he gave you the price, that was it. And it wasn't, well, I'll get a technician to come and do this, or I get it. He come done it himself. He said, I'm gonna be off that day. I'm gonna come that day. He said, now if it's an alarm, he said, I got a guy that don't do nothing but put in an alarm for me. I can get it done quicker. But he said, if it's a camera, you're gonna have to wait. So I wanted the cameras. He come in there, first class operation. He did not leave here to everything about it worked. Second day it went off, didn't know how to work everything. Guess whose fault it was? It was my fault. I didn't hit the wrong button and turned the stuff off. Called him up, right on out, he ain't come. Right on out here, just as quick as he got off work with Mobile, he ain't come. Right out here, 5 minutes, had it fixed, gone down the road. Wouldn't take no money. He said, no, man, that's what I do. That's what you get when you deal with Michael Cunningham. You get a man sell your product, you get a man stand behind what he sell you, and you get a man, most of all, gonna tell you the truth. Because if he don't, when he get home, his wife's gonna get at him.
That's right.
And for those of you that works. For those of you that want to know who that is, we don't have our commercial to be able to air tonight due to our limited technical abilities here. But South Georgia Solutions is who he's talking about. Right here in Colquitt, Georgia. Alarm systems, driveway alarms, camera systems. If you want to get in touch with them, you message us. You got my phone number there. Text me. I'll put you in touch with them. If you tell them that you heard about them on the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show, they're going to treat you right. They're going to give you a little discount, and they're going to treat you right. And I promise you, they will not. It's not like buying from a used car salesman.
Nope.
You know, they're not going to try to sell you. They want to give you what you need. And I promise you this, local service from local people, Michael and Terry Cunningham, South Georgia Solutions, right here in Colquitt, Georgia. If you need, and hey, we living in a day and time now where everybody needs cameras. Everybody needs alarm systems. Everybody needs driveway monitors. Call them. Tell them you heard about them on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports.
I
Floyd,
got
I
the
think
number right here.
you got it.
I got the number right here. 229-416-1500. 229-416-1500. Call him up. And Marvin, he's working on something for you.
Yep.
He's building a specialty alarm for you. It's called a cow out alarm.
Oh, when my cows.
Ooh, that'll be active. That thing will be activated.
Yeah, when your cow get out, it's gonna call you. He's gonna have a camera, take a picture where the cow went out. He's gonna have all that out there. I just thought I'd pass that on to you.
All right, Floyd, we getting close here on the wire, so we need to move on into, and this will bring us to the time in our show for Floyd's short books and short lists.
The highlight of the show.
It's we're gonna start out with some of Queasel's favorite folks, them Amish folks. It was a short list of Amish used car salesmen. Amish owned and operated nail parlors, glasses, hearing aids, and food that Joe Namath has bought and used Medicare to pay for. Here's another one. Favorite Jewish altar call hymns. Here's what. Male children who have been named Floyd, Marvin, or Queasel in the last 30 years. Female children who have been named Gladys, Ethel, or Montine in the last 30 years. Y'all forgive me. If anybody, if y'all named y'all one of y'all girls younger than Gladys, Ethel, or Montine, God bless you. And here's one, an extremely short list. It says it's a list of men that Kamala Harris refused to sleep with in order to advance her political career. Let's see, I got it up. Yeah, here's one. This is on a serious note. Cotton farmers that will make a profit this year. That's a real short list. And here's one right here. It says, good stories. You know, we all love a good story. Good stories that started out by saying, y'all remember that time that we was eating tofu and seaweed? That's Floyd's short list for tonight.
Oh, man. That's pretty good right there. I don't care who you are. All right, well, since Charlie ain't here, Floyd, if you'll lead us off and we'll take us out of here. It's already almost 9 o'clock.
Man, it's about quitting time, ain't it? Good to be with y'all again, man. I tell you what, we bless. I give the thanks to the good Lord up above for blessing me, keeping me here, letting me go on, putting up with me. I thank my wife, Nadine, for putting up with me for all these years. But on a serious note, let's pray for our country. That's all I can say. We got to pray for this country. We got to keep that, and we cannot quit. It's like Winston Churchill was in World War II when the Germans was just blowing them off the face of the earth, bombing them every day and night, bombing Great Britain at the onset of World War II. That's something I know that they don't teach very much of in school anymore. But Winston Churchill made a speech and he got on the radio got on the radio, and he told him, he said, never surrender, never quit, never, ever, ever quit. And they had the resolve to keep fighting and to keep holding on. And they, with the help of the United States of America, defeated that fascist force that was out to dominate the world. So that's what we got to do. We got a force that's out to dominate us and to put us in our place and to dominate what we do, what we can eat, where we can go, who we can have Thanksgiving dinner with, who we can have Christmas dinner with. We've got to keep grinding. Do not give in to them. I love y'all. Thank y'all for inviting us into your home tonight. I hope everything will be good for you next week. I hope everything at your home will be safe and everybody in your home will be safe. We'll see y'all next Saturday night. Weasel.
Well, just want to tell everybody thank you for letting us in. Let us share a little bit of what we think with y'all. Y'all probably don't think just like we do, but if everybody thought the same way, the world would be a boring place. But we're glad y'all want to spend an hour with us anyhow. I was thinking Thanksgiving Day, I had so much to be thankful for. The food plumb got cold before I could get ready to eat it. God's been good to all of us. All of us, all of y'all, we all been blessed way more than we ever could deserve. Just remember that. Remember that. You got an opportunity in the morning to go to his house and to just say thank you. If you don't want to do nothing else, just say thank you for what you've done for me. So that'd be a good thing to do. And I'm thankful for the Supreme Court. They stood up last week and said, look at him. They can do what they want. How many of them want to go to church? They didn't let them shut the church up. I thought that was a good deal. I was very pleased they made that decision. And Floyd's right. We got to pray for our country. I didn't ask for this man to be president or that woman to be vice president or none of the staff they're going to put together. But I can promise you this. I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to pray that the Lord will give them some sense so that they can run this nation the way that it needs to be run. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you one little bit of words of wisdom here, and then we'll let Marvin close us out. But I'm going to tell you something you already know. Life's hard. Life is hard. Ain't nothing about life really easy. Life is hard, but you know what? It's a whole lot harder if you're stupid. Go ahead there, Marvin.
Thank you, Queasel there. We want to say thank you to Michael and Terry Cunningham, South Georgia Solutions. Give them a call this week. All your security needs. And I want to that reminds me of this. I want to encourage all of you to do this. Christmas is coming up. We believe in promoting local, shop local. We have Dakota Coffee, Lane Crop Insurance, all these local businesses, Charles Pickle Pecans, all these local businesses that watch us and support us. And if I can encourage you to do one thing this Christmas season, shop local, buy local, support your local merchants. In the morning is God's day, God's house. You find you a church. If you go to a church, if you don't, get online, watch somebody, but worship God tomorrow and give him his due. I'm going to leave you with this. This comes from Dr. Stephen Lawson's in a book he wrote entitled, What is Truth? God is the one source and sole author of truth. Sin is whatever God says it is. Judgment is whatever God says it is. Salvation is whatever God says it is. Heaven and hell are what God says they are. It matters not what man says, but simply what God says. One word of what God says is worth more than 10,000 libraries of what man says. And he closes it with Romans 3:4. Let God be found true, though every man be found a liar. In him there is truth. We love you. Thank you for inviting us into your home this week and every week. We look forward to seeing you again next Saturday night right here, same time, same place for the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt Show. Good night, y'all. We love you.
See y'all.
Good night, y'all. See you next time.